Hello, welcome to MiniChat's hands-on getting started webinar. Today we're going to walk you through setting up an actual MiniChat bot and tie it into a real functioning website. So at the end of this, you'll have seen a real-life use case implemented and should hopefully have an idea of how to implement MiniChat in your own business. Since a lot of you are looking to use your bot to build an online audience, for example, many of you deliver some kind of goods or professional service online, that's a scenario we're going to walk through. So to illustrate how this all works, we've put together a demo website for a dating and relationship coach named Hans. Hans was interested in seeing how he could put MiniChat to good use as a lead gathering tool for his relationship coaching business. So let me explain how this works for Hans. Hans sells access to his 6-week seminar for $99. As a hook to get people interested, he often produces content that he gives away for free. Many of you probably do something similar. For example, a financial consultant might put out something like 5 tips to save more money. So today somebody like Hans would probably send this out over an email blast or through a form on a website or through social media. And part of what I'm going to show you today is how much more engaging it can be with a chatbot. To that end, our hypothetical Hans created some collateral that he's offering on his website. It's an ebook. You can see how on his site he's using MiniChat to offer this ebook to his audience. I want this ebook. So let's click this button, send to messenger. Now, I've clicked that button. What that means is that I'm now part of his audience on Messenger and in MiniChat, and as a user, he can continue to work on me as a potential customer. All right, let's check it out. View in Messenger. Cool. So in Messenger, we see that Hans's MiniChat bot is offering the link to the ebook. So let's go ahead and click that. Now I get the ebook. I do need dating tips. No, that's a lie, I don't. You can see how he's offered this bit of collateral as a lead magnet. Certainly got me to download it. I like buttons. So Hans here has offered us this ebook, but it could have been anything. Signups for a webinar, a request for more info, an order for a DVD, anything really. As we work our way through MiniChat, we're going to see some of the ways Hans has used MiniChat to interact with and build his audience. Now we're going to log into MiniChat and see how this is set up on our own. We even have access to Hans' account. We're going to assume at this point that you've at least logged into MiniChat. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to be here to see this webinar. Okay, everything you see here in MiniChat is basically the brains of your bot. These are the little levers, the dials that we turn to have the chatbot respond in conversations. On this first screen in MiniChat, you see your basic bot stats. Active subscribers, unsubscribes, net subscribers. Subscribers are the people who have interacted with your bot and with whom you can continue to engage. If you've ever used an email marketing service or marketing automation platform, this should seem pretty familiar. Before we can place that invite on the actual website, we need to put together the logic behind the action. This is what we call flows. We're going to first build what the user would see after they click that button on the website. So to create that conversation where the bot offers an ebook after opt-in, we're going to get into flows. A flow is a series of message blocks and actions. You might show some text to the user and then create a prompt for them to reply, or give them a button to click on. Those will be the steps you'll find yourself repeating over and over again in MiniChat to build conversations and an engaging user experience. So let's create a brand new flow to mimic the one we saw on Hans's website. So we'll go to New Flow, and we'll call this Hans Website ebook 2018. Okay, so this is the basic interface. We're going to want to do first is add in a text field just like we saw with Hans. So what we're going to do first is enter some text. We're going to say, hey, and I want to use the first name of the user, and we got their first name because of Facebook. But just in case the name doesn't come through, we need a fallback, and I'm going to say friend. Feeling friendly. So, hey, first name or friend. Thanks for reaching out for the free dating ebook. A lot of people get nervous on their first dates. So you are not alone. Below is the dating ebook requested. Let me know how your date went afterwards. We're going to add a file. It's going to be the ebook PDF. So that's attached now. So when building out a flow, you get multiple button options inside the message block. Buttons have multiple functionalities based on the click, including sending a new message, opening a website, calling a phone number, initiating a purchase, linking off to another flow. There's quite a bit here. We don't want a button. That's okay. But there are other functionality. You can add in text blocks, images, cards are images with a description. Galleries are a collection of those cards, lists, audio files, video files, regular files, so this could be a Word doc, a PDF, you name it. Delays you put in between sections of your message. It makes it seem like the bot is actually typing. And additionally, there's user input and dynamic. We're going to use user input later. Now we've added our ebook PDF to the message, and the last thing we want to do is hit continue to another step, and we'll add an action, and we're going to tag this user as someone who likes ebooks. So we'll go add tag, and we'll choose ebook. That way, if we want to target this audience again in the future, it won't be a challenge because we'll already know who has and hasn't shown interest in an ebook. So very last step is to hit publish. Now the next step for us is to prep the website overlay widget, and we call those growth tools. The idea being that growth tools help you grow your audience and your subscriber base with ManyChat. We'll head over here to growth tools, and we'll see a handful that are already operating. Let's go ahead here and create a new growth tool, because we're going to duplicate the functionality of Hans's website. So let's see, overlay widgets. We have a variety. There's a bar that appears in the top of your website. A slide in kind of comes in from the side. Modal pops up in the center of your screen. You can do page takeovers, kind of where the background goes dark. We also have embeddable widgets, buttons and boxes. You embed those just like you'd embed a video on your website. It's a little embed code that you paste into the HTML or the page of the content management system you're using. There are other growth tools, and they're all very effective. There's a landing page, which is what it sounds like. It's a landing page hosted by ManyChat, Messenger ref URLs, Facebook ads integration. We got a whole bunch of different growth tools, but we just don't have time for that in this webinar. Let's give this widget a name. We can move forward. It's going to be the Hans website widget 2. And I'm going to make it a slide in. Okay, cool. So we kind of give you a preview of how it's supposed to look. There on the right-hand side, you say, here is your website headline. Click here to change it. And we are going to change it because I don't think Hans would be happy with the way this looks. I'm going to change this headline, and I'm going to have it say, download my free ebook. Okay, and I think we'll want to put a photo on here as well. So we'll go down here, and I'm going to choose cover for it, which I have. You'll see it update over here in the preview, and you can kind of decide on some basic behavior for your overlay widget, where it appears on screen, kind of some of the stuff with where your image appears. Well, I actually like the way that looks. And then you can also choose when it displays. Right now it's set to appear once you've scrolled 30% down the main page. I'm going to change that to when a certain number of seconds have passed, because I'm impatient and I don't like scrolling. So we'll do 3 seconds. That seems good. All right. Let's hit next. And now we're going to take care of the follow-up message. How about thank you for your interest? I won't put anything there for the description, so I'm going to hide the description. And I don't love that color, so let's go with a nice ManyChat-ish blue. I'm happy with that. The next step is to connect this widget to the flow we created earlier. By default, it's going to create its own opted message, but we're going to replace that with the flow we've created. So this is it, Hans Flow 2.0. Great, I love it. The next step is to take the JavaScript snippet and place it into the header of your website. How this is done is entirely dependent on your website or CRM. So if you already know how to do this, go ahead and do it now. If not, this is something you can ask the folks who built your website to take care of, or you can go with an old reliable Google search and see how you would go about copying this into your header. Either way, let's move on to activating and verifying the widget. We have a growth tool diagnostic tool that'll make sure that the code is correctly installed on your website. And it activates the widget for us, and I'm going to put in the URL, and we'll start the widget check. Let's go double check to make sure it looks good. So there we have it, a fully functioning growth tool on our website. Great, that's pretty cool. Now we'll go back into ManyChat, and I'll show you the other ways that Hans is leveraging his chatbot to grow his business.
A lot of you use Facebook as part of your business strategy. There are over 2.27 billion active monthly users, and that's where they interact with the brands and businesses they love, so you should be there. ManyChat has a ton of features that really complement business Facebook pages, including welcome messages, main menu in the Messenger, Messenger ref URLs. They let you link users directly to specific flows, and the common growth tool, just to name a few. We're going to head over to Hans's Facebook page and demonstrate some of this functionality. Here in Facebook, you're going to see this send message button on your page. When users click that and then get started, they're going to begin interacting with your bot. This is ManyChat's welcome message. Now this message could be as simple as howdy, or it could lead to some flows or automations of its own. Hans has done a lot here to let users dig down a little deeper to get at the content and services they want. We're going to hop over to ManyChat and duplicate this entire welcome message, and I'll show you some of the cool ways that Hans is using ManyChat and Messenger to interact with his audience. Alright, so we'll go to flows and we'll create a new flow, and we're going to call this Hans welcome message 2. We're actually going to start off with an image. I'll put that on top. It's got Hans's logo on it, and then we'll enter the text. We're going to say, hi there, welcome to Hans's bot. So then we're going to drop in some buttons. So the first button is going to be relationship help, and I'm going to have it send a message, and we'll get to that message in a second. I'm going to add a button for dating profile. One service these dating coaches offer is dating profile audits, and that's pretty cool. We'll leave that there. Then we'll also have attend a seminar. And I'll get up here and we'll build out relationship help and dating profile. The attend a seminar, we already have a flow available, and we're going to select it here. And that's a flow that basically allows people to go through the whole process of signing up for his seminar series, including payment. So that button's working. Let's go build out this relationship help, because that's kind of going to be the one that's going to be a bit intense. So we'll go to Flow Builder up here, and you'll see, oh, it's popping out. Look at that. Move this guy down here. So let's work on this relationship help. As I understand it, what we're going to do is put in some text, and we're going to say, okay, I'm a robot, and even I know that relationships are hard work. Is there a particular area you feel you especially struggle with? And we're going to break this down and get into 3 buttons. First one's going to be meeting people, and it's going to send another message, and then we'll say a little text, and we'll say check them out by clicking the button below. And I'm going to add a button, and it's going to be watch YouTube series. And since I don't actually have a series, I'm going to do ManyChat.com, because, got to do it. You'll want to label your different blocks, because eventually it's going to get super complicated, and you don't want to guess where you are in a series. This will be meeting people. Okay, then back here, we'll add a button for in relationship. This will be another one, and we'll call this, let's go over here, and we'll call this in a relationship. And he'll say, okay, I would recommend reading The Art of Speaking Your Mind. Then I'll add the file, and for our purposes, it's going to be basically the same thing as before. I'm going to add in a delay. 3 seconds is fine, so they'll see as if the bot is typing some stuff. And then the bot's going to prompt, would you be interested in attending one of Hans's seminars? And we'll say, well, the first button will be, tell me more. And I think what that will then do is start another flow, and it'll connect him to the seminar sign-up flow that I told you about before. And the other option will be no thank you, because even in no, they're being polite. And that will send a message to, and let's go open that guy up. This will be the no seminar. And it'll say, okay, enjoy the ebook download. Click below if you'd like Hans to reach out to you, period. And I'll add a button that will say, I don't know, Hans on call. And it will mark the conversation as open. And what that means is that Hans will get a notification that he needs to check over in live chat to start talking to this individual. Okay.
ManyChat's not just about automation, it's about conversations. And there are lots of times you might want to chat one-on-one with a subscriber. It could be to provide additional support or figure out some sort of nuance that the bot isn't capable of handling. Basically here, we let you give them the option of a one-on-one.
So relationship advice leads to meeting people, which offers the YouTube series In Relationship prompts, gives them a thing to read, which lets them also hook back into seminar signups or reach out to Hans. So let's also add in another button here, and that's going to be breaking up. And this will start another, this will go to this Hans Drip campaign that addresses these concerns. And I'll shoot this guy up here. Okay, so we finished this branch, the relationship help branch. Now we're going to work on this dating profile. And what I want to do with the dating profile is send a new message, and it's going to be pretty cool. So we'll call this the dating profile message block. And I'm going to say, studies have shown that most people make a judgment call about your dating profile within 3 seconds. That sounds plausible. I'm going to add in a delay, and then I'm going to use a pro feature. It's user input. This lets people type in something, then it allows us to add it to the user's profile. Enter the URL of your dating profile below, and Hans will be in contact within 24 hours. Then they'll type stuff in. We're going to save the response to a custom field, and it's going to be dating profile URL, and we're going to have it mark the conversation as open, because once again I want to make sure Hans knows that someone is waiting for a response from him. Then back in here, once they've typed their stuff in, we'll add one more text, and it'll say, great, Hans will be in touch shortly. All right, that's our welcome message. It's more than just skin deep. It allows users to get at some services that Hans offers, and also services that specifically the bot can help with. So, the dating profile audit, general relationship guides and advice, and it allows people to start getting into attending a seminar. The last step you need to do, and arguably one of the most important, is to hit the publish button when you're done. There we go. Our welcome message flow is now ready to go.
Let's flip over to the subscriber's viewpoint to see how this all looks from that perspective. Okay, so here I am. I'm on Hans's Facebook page. Remember when we set up the dating profile section that required a user's dating profile URL? Let's do that ourselves. So here we go. Okay, punch one in. And there we go. Over in ManyChat, Hans has just received a notification that someone has reached out to him, and he can get in there, he can check it out, and then respond to them directly. And this is pretty cool. With ManyChat, it is so easy to create flows and automate conversations. Flows are where it's at. They're the meat and potatoes of ManyChat. They're the building blocks of just about every conversation or interaction your subscribers have with your bot. If you can master flows, you've mastered ManyChat.
So you might have noticed the three little lines next to the text input box in Messenger. That's the icon for the main menu. So in the main menu, you can add into up to 3 menu items, and then each of these items can lead off to additional submenus and flows and so on. So it appears in every interaction a user has with your bot. The main menu is a lot like the menu you might see on a website. It directs users to the services and products you offer and functionality.
Another feature I'd like to show you is broadcasts. Subscription, promotional, and follow-up broadcasts allow you to send messages to subscribers directly at a specific time. It's a lot like setting up an email blast in the old days. Broadcasting is a super popular feature for users of ManyChat. Here you can see that Hans has a couple of broadcasts in draft form. Let's make our own new broadcast. Go up here, hit New Broadcast. Now at this point, I'm thinking Hans might want to send a broadcast out to all the people who downloaded the ebook but didn't sign up for a webinar. So let's prep something here for him. We're going to tell them about a live meet and greet he's offering next week, and there will be a URL for them to sign up. Okay. We'll set this up as a follow-up broadcast and add some targeting. And I think we'll have it go out immediately. So hit send now, and we're good to go. Nice. So the rule is that you can keep messaging subscribers with broadcasts as long as they keep interacting with your bot. If they haven't interacted for over 24 hours, you get one more chance to re-engage them. After that, no more promo content. That's a rule straight from Facebook to keep businesses from spamming customers. It sounds complicated, and it kind of is. If you have any questions about it still, I would recommend you check out our website, check out our blog.
Okay, so there you have it. We've copied all the functionality we saw in play on the Hans Fletcher Dating Coach page, and we flipped through a great deal of ManyChat's interface. So you might be asking, where do I go from here?
First things first, log into your ManyChat account and start building flows. Create a welcome message, set up your main menu, work on default reply, figure out how to create a survey or tell jokes, offer some product, anything. Then take those flows and automations and test them out on your number one audience, family and friends. They're a great audience, and you usually can't go wrong with them. You should check out growth tools. Messenger ref URLs are a really simple one to get into. These are custom URLs that you can generate that direct users directly to specific flows. So if a normal URL points someone to a website, these Messenger ref URLs funnel people into conversations with your bot.
Keywords are another great feature that I would recommend you invest some time in. Again, with keywords, you can start to create a more organic experience for your users. ManyChat watches out for specific key phrases and words, and then it initiates flows and conversations and actions based off of those. There are so many more possibilities with ManyChat. Facebook has integration, accept payments with Stripe. We offer integrations with HubSpot and MailChimp, and then you can integrate basically with anything in the world because we are tied directly into Zapier and Integromat. All right, thank you for your attention and your time. We're going to move on to a Q&A session with a member of the ManyChat customer success team. All right, have a great day. Have fun.